Hello everyone and welcome again to another video from the recent racing at vrroom.org. I'm David Higgins. Going to take you through the main race. I should be able to get the whole race on this actually because I've had some technical improvements here at my end of the paddock. So with a bit of luck I'll be able to get the entire race in, plus I want to get online and race at the moment myself. So we'll go through what happened in the last race briefly. It was round one was at Laguna Seca. If you've not watched my videos, please do tune into them and please do subscribe if you like this video at the top hand of your screen on your computer screen. Please do subscribe and spread the word and join in at vrroom.org. The last race was won by DM, closely followed by Freddy Cat. And then Badger was in third. Now, oddly enough, they're the top three protagonists here. So, we've got Team Rosso Racing, 1-3, split by Fred Cat. DM did a very good qualification pace here, nearly a second faster around here than the other guys. But that won't count for a lot because, as we know at Spa, we're at Spa-Francorchamps in the heart of Belgium. At Spa, it's very difficult to get away due to the slipstream effect here. GHP, fantastic pole position in Laguna Seca, so certainly a lot to shout about from him. But followed up with rather poor performance in the race and a seemingly mystery pit stopper, which I'd like to get on board with and find out why that happened. Whilst I just adjust the focus, just bear with me. There you go, that should be a bit clearer for you all now. Now, so Mad Dog McTask qualifying in the first MM car, Team MM Racing in position 5, Dizzy Mind, then Rayman in 7th, Whiskers in 8th, Jezza, who absolutely put quite a stonking performance in at Laguna. He's one to watch as Jezza, although he's qualified down the pack here, he's certainly one to watch coming through. Mad Dog McSheepy in the last MM car, Team MM, is down there in 10th, and 11th GT Shadow. Current positions in the championship is DM leading just from Fred Cat from Badger. So the top three are the top three at the moment, so this should be exciting to watch. I'm going to bring you the full race if I can, so you'll just have to bear with me. I don't know whether I'll be able to replay anything, to be honest with you, but I should be able to get the full racing. So, coming down to the La Source hairpin for the first time, DM has got a commanding lead from Fred Cat from Badger. All the boys exit nice and cleanly there. A bit of a bounce in the background from Whiskers, I think that was. As we come down, following on, we'll follow on Fred Cat, because then we'll get a bit of a clip of DM as well as we go down Eau Rouge for the first time. Fred Cat in the red car, but not to be confused with Team Rosso Racing. They are in the white alloys, ladies and gentlemen. So it's Team Rosso 2-3 now. There's a magnificent slipstream going off here. That's going to put Fred Cat straight into the lead. DM is going to go down here. There's no way he can sustain his lead. There's no point fighting it. Having said that, he's still is fighting it. But Mad Dog McTaz in the NM car going on the outside of DM, but yielding to him as we go into Lacombe for the first time on lap 1 of 7 here. DM in second. No, he's not in second. I'm sorry. DM down to third after that first little opening gambit. Now that will put DM in a good position to fight his way back round the bottom section of the circuit. Very, very close as Badger's got into the lead there. As you see a bit further back with GHP, who is up a hell of a lot of places there. Doing a really good job with the slipstreaming effect as you see them coming down towards Pouhon Corner for the first time out of 7. Fantastic helicopter shot there. So around Pouhon Corner, very difficult that. It's a single first apex, and then it's just foot down all the way around. It doesn't matter if you're drifting a little bit wide there, because you don't lose that much speed, to be honest with you. But you've got to hit that first apex, guys. So Jezza, who can race very strong and hard, is in 8th place now, looking at the back of the pack slightly. Now, oh, and there's a big off there. DM, Fred Cat, all sorts has kicked off there. We have a big incident, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't capture that, so I'll just go back. It involved DM somewhere, so we'll go on board with DM's car as they come round Lacombe. It's worth going on board DM's car on the roof cam. Yellow flags have been called, ladies and gentlemen, so the guys have got to slow down. There's a lot of people with a lot of damage there. I wonder whether it was something gone wrong or whether it was a little bit of a bit of a racing incident, but we're about to find out because it was just exiting the corners after Pouhon Corner. So just bear with me as we go around Brussels now. Looking at the back of the car then, we've got the Team MM in Mad Dog pushing hard with GHP close behind. So we'll clip to the outside shot. There's a helicopter shot again of DM going round, and let's clip on the front of DM's car onto the roof cam. So ahead we can see the battling duo of Badger and Fredcat. Fredcat looking very, very feisty. Now it's at the exit of these corners where the yellow flag was called and the racing incident occurred. So let's just have a look what happened. I'm not quite sure myself. And oh, dearie me, that was a big mistake from Fredcat, and that's collected DM. DM's collected front damage, and then he's got nudged behind by Fredcat, I think that was. No, it was Mad Dog. I think it was Mad Dog McTaz. And that was just a bad incident. So can we just see that on board with Mad Dog McTaz's car? Let's just rewind and find out what happened, what the perspective was like for Mad Dog. We can zip forward till just after the pit stops, or when the pit stops are happening, so don't worry. And I'm sure that with my new technical improvements, I'll be able to bring you most of this race anyway. I don't think I'll have to stop at the sort of 23-minute mark this time, guys. So we're on board now with Mad Dog, and I don't think Mad Dog probably had any choice but to clip the back of DM. I mean, he's rubbing on DM then anyway, but DM was clearly involved with Freddy Cat, who lost it up ahead. So we'll look at this for the last time on board from this perspective. In fact, is GHP right behind? GHP is behind. Let's watch it from GHP's car, because we know Mad Dog flipped DM around, and I think GHP might have been collected in that as well. So the third car ahead of you that you'll see is Freddy Cat, who loses it here. Bit of rubbing with Badger, and he's lost it, and then he comes across and collects DM. Big cloud of smoke, and there's nowhere for Mad Dog to go. He's nudged DM, and GHP hits, and then all hell breaks loose, and everyone has a big smash. So that's terrible. You can see the aftermath of it there in the background. So if we get on the outside camera shot now with Badger, yellow flags have been called. The race marshal, Mustard, has slowed it down, and we'll just fast forward so we're further down this straight. Now people are into the pits here, so we'll go on board with Fredcat, who is stopped up in the pits, and it was Fredcat who originally lost it. He just got tapped wide. It got tapped quite close. That's DM in the forefront there. DM's pit crew working. He just got rubbing with Badger as he was going round there, and he got that over rotation from the high curb there on that corner, and that pulled his car in and slid the back out. So that's a lesson to be learnt, really, I think, for all the players' points of views. But those big curbs, you've got to leave them alone, guys, because you'll get that horrible bit of rotation and it'll just kick you out. But never mind, the guys will live to fight another day. So those two will be catching up. That's Freddy Cat and DM on the back of the train now. We're on the back of Badger's car, leading the pack. You'll see all the guys weaving, of course. The rules here at VR Room are just like real life, because this is the home of online motorsport, and that's what you get in real life. You get real flags. So this is a yellow flag situation. You're not allowed to overtake. You must try and concentrate, keeping your brakes warm, your tyres warm by weaving. That really does count in the game. Now, you may see them still doing it, unless we're going to get a green flag soon, which we may do. Now, they're still weaving, still trying to keep the tyres warm. You can see Dizzy Mine doing that, done very well to plant himself in second position. He has taken advantage of the accident, though, between Fredcat and DM and everyone else who was involved in that. There was a fair few, I think. I know McTaz got caught up in it as well, that's why he's down. And possibly the last MM car of Mad Dog McSheepy was involved in that as well. So it's high drama here at Spa-Francorchamps in the heart of the Ardennes Forest. Now we're going to have the release here on the I think it's called the Bruxelles corner. So they're all bunched up. Badger is the pace car. When Badger goes, everyone else will go. You cannot overtake until the lead car has gone. So when the car in front of you goes, we are go. So the green flags are waving now. Badger can release whenever he wants. I believe that's right, so we should see Badger release any moment now, and Badger has gone for it. We are go, go, go again on lap 2 of 7 here at Spa-Francorchamps. So we've got Badger leading from Dizzy Mine, from GHP, from Rayman, from Jezza, from Sheepy, from Whiskers, from Taz, or Mad Dog McTaz should I say, GT Shadow, DM and Fredcat. So DM and Fredcat clearly fast here, but they've got a lot of work to do to get through that field. What a fantastic shot as you see all the protagonists exiting Puan Corner again. And Badger seemingly is pulling out quite a lead. 3 abreast behind though between GH, Rayman and Dizzy Mind. So, down the right hand corner now through Blanchimont. Badger has got a big lead. Now he may keep that, he may not get sucked in with the slipstream from the other cars. Let's just go on the back of Badger's car, leading the race quite nicely. Now he has got a good 10 car lengths there, so these guys may not catch him up. He might actually be able to break away. Now that's very dangerous for the rest of the players here, because if Badger is able to pull away, you won't get that slipstream, and Badger's fast enough and consistent enough to hold that. But having said that, the guys behind do look like they're getting that little bit of a slipstream. So Badger not lucky enough to get away with that this time. So braking into the bus stop chicane, very hard braking point, right left flick. And look at the speed there, and he's locked up. Dizzy Mind has locked up in the background, and he's flying down the field. I'll just try and get on board with him. He absolutely outbraked himself then, getting far too much slipstream, and of course that extra speed means you've got to brake early, so maybe he didn't anticipate that. But in the meantime, Rayman has got past Badger, so Badger must have got too hard into that. So we've now got a new leader, Rayman 1885, doing a sterling job in his lovely green car, followed up by Badger. GHP proving to come good in this race. Now Badger has gone wide, got drifted wide, and a little bit of a horn beat, not sure where that was from, but Jezza and Dizzy Mind are all over the back, and GHP all over the back of Badger, and it's 3 abreast as they go into Eau Rouge. They'll never make that stick, surely not. It's a blind exit on the top of this corner, so let's hope they don't go piling into each other. We are still on with Dizzy Mind doing a superb job of overtaking. He's now ahead of Jezza and GHP purely through slipstream. Go on board with Badger, who has got back into the lead of the race now. And this is the thing about the slipstream effect around here. Now DM in the background, we've not seen that, but DM has got up into 6th place with the slipstream, and Fredcar is still waylaid back down in 9th. Let's just clip on with Fredcar there. Fantastic aerial shot there. Oh, and drifting wide, we've got Whiskers into the grass up ahead, and did that collect Fredcar as well? Fredcar did go off, he's picked up damage, maybe avoiding Whiskers, who went into the barrier on the left. Very unfortunate that. You may well have to pit that car. It's only got front offside damage though, so he may be able to keep it going. Fredcar's got front near side damage. He probably tried to avoid Whiskers' crash there. I won't replay that unfortunately, but that's what it looked like. And Fredcar is having trouble. He's probably going to have to come into the pits. We'll keep an eye on that. So meanwhile, back up the front, we're on board with Rayman, but we can quite clearly see Badger leading from Rayman, from Dizzy Mind, from GHP, from Jezza. DM is planting it down the inside of Jezza. Did he make that stick? He did. DM up into 5th place. So DM fighting his way back to the field, drifting slightly wide himself, nearly losing that though. On the outside we've got Jezza, not giving DM an inch. They had quite a good battle at Laguna Seca, and still on the outside Jezza doing an absolutely superb job outside on the exit to those 2 corners there. Very difficult to make that stick. Now DM's going to be very lucky to defend this. He's got 2 cars swabbling behind, which is of course Mad Dog in the MM car, who's got himself back up the field after that incident, spotting no damage. But these 2 boys are staying behind. DM must have that car geared really well to be able to keep 2 guys behind from slipstreaming. Will one of them have a dive on DM into the corner? No, Mad Dog stays in line, so does Jezza. They're living to fight another day with that one. So let's just see, back with the leaders again. We're on Badger's car, Rayman slightly behind there. Let's watch it from Rayman's point of view. Oh, and what a fantastic shot going down the main straight again on lap 4 of 7. Now tucking out there, that's Dizzy Mind having to go on GHP. Will he make it stick? It looks like he has. He's got the inside line. We'll just get on that. He's not made it stick, unfortunately. It was a very brave, valiant effort though, but he didn't make it stick. Now DM is alongside Dizzy Mind, and DM is now up into 4th position. Now he's going to get the toe off GHP up Eau Rouge down the Kemmel Straight. A very big, long uphill drag this, but as DM got the power to make the drag, and also Dizzy Mind will get sucked in as well. And Badger and Rayman going side by side. What a fantastic shot again. Slightly sideways kick. I like the arty-farty bit on that. Very good. Badger planting it defensive into Lacombe, and in the background there, GHP desperately trying to get a good podium place here. Thought wise of it though. I thought he might have had a stab then on Rayman, but he didn't. DM has managed to sustain 4th place. So we've got Rosso Racing in P1 and P4. The 2mm cars are in 6th and 8th at the moment, so that's the team standings as this race progresses. Lap 4 of 7, I think it's time to check on those live timings and just see what times we've got. I know it's difficult for you guys to see and I don't really want to move the camera, but I'll read them out to you. Fastest lap currently is held, it's in the 2:48s, and the fastest lap is a 2:48.107, which is DM. He is half a second a lap faster than his teammate, 2:48.7 Badger. The next fastest guy is a 2:49.525 GHP. He's on form here, followed up by a 2:49.497. It's just been posted, sorry, by Rayman. Rayman's the next quickest there. The slowest car on track at the moment is Whiskers, but that's probably due to damage with a 3:06. I don't think he's had a chance to put a fast lap time in yet. So we'll go back to the full view. We're still on board with Badger. Let's have a look on the back of Badger's car as we go down the Blanchimont section. Again, you'll see a massive slipstream effect here from the cars in front. If you've not watched that before, if you don't know what slipstreaming is, for those guys who might be... Oh, and DM's pinging one. DM's gone for the slipstream straight away. He's going to get past. He's got past Rayman, and he's going on the inside, which is soon to be the outside of the corner. We'll see. You're going to see a stonking outbreak if DM does this. He's tucked in again. He's got for the inside line. You might see DM outbreak into the bus stop chicane here. Let's keep watching. Let's watch. It's on the outside of his shot at the moment. And GHP has tried to do it to Badger, not succeeded. DM is alongside, a bit of rubbing, and it looks like DM may well lose out here because alongside him he's got Rayman and Mad Dog McTaz. My God, this is close stuff. As we come up to Lacombe corner, Lacombe hairpin, sorry, for the 5th time out of seconds. 2 laps to go, and DM has managed to get to 2nd place now, so he's right behind Badger. Now Badger's going to be very, very, very susceptible to somebody slipstreaming. Now, what I was about to say, for those of you who may be new to online motorsport or motorsport in general, slipstreaming is a term used to describe when the car in front punches a hole in the air, so the car behind doesn't have to do quite as much work to maintain that same speed, and then when it pops out it's got all that extra power and load in the engine that it can just fly past the other car, and that's what you're going to see now with DM. So DM pops it to the side of his teammate. The 2 Team Rosso Racing cars side by side going up the Camel Straight. Who's going to be last on the brakes? But behind we've got GHP, Rayman and Mad Dog, all getting the double slipstream from DM and Badger. So Badger shielded it, DM through to the lead. Badger on the brakes quite early there to prevent an accident, and on the outside is GHP. Again, we're on board with this car. Oh dear, and Mad Dog McTaz has got shoved wide there going round Lacombe. So it's a ding-dong up front now. Let's go back to Dizzy Mind, who is under a bit of pressure from Jezza. Jezza is still undamaged, so Dizzy Mind and Jezza are undamaged. Going round the Brussels corner, where we had the release and the green flag, still under green, so he's attacking him around the outside. This is very exciting, because what we're learning from watching this new season with so many new drivers and drivers who've not raced each other before is gutsy performances, and Jezza gave a really gutsy performance in that last race, and I favour him to come on strong, and of course GHP coming on really strong. There's a lot of names really standing out. They're really just, you know, he has drifted wide though, and that's because he caught the curb at the entrance to Pouan corner, so that's drifted him back a little bit. But he's got some guts, he has. But Dizzy Mind is nice and clean as well, to be fair. There's a lot of good stuff going off here. GT Shadow is under pressure from Fred Cat. Fred Cat, by the looks of it, did repair his car. Freddy Cat, sorry. Did Whiskers repair his car? Whiskers is a long way back by himself. Yeah, so he did repair his car. So we're on board now with GT Shadow, supporting number 23, chasing the final NM car, Mad Dog McSheepy. Down to the Blanchimont section now. I would favour Mad Dog, GT Shadow, sorry, to get that slipstream. If he's got that car geared right, he should get that slipstream and that little bit of top end from this Cappuccino, and maybe get past as we go down there. Let's have a look, see if that happens into the bus stop chicane. Will he give it an outbreak? He's getting sucked in. All he needs to do is to ping it to one side. Will he do a little bit of a feint manoeuvre just to sell him a dummy? Not going very defensive, Mad Dog. He's left it wide, and he's got through, he's got overtaken. So a totally undefensive line then from Mad Dog, and GT Shadow was able to capitalise on that, so well played GT Shadow. What McSheepy needed to do then really was keep to the inside on the right hand corner and break that a little bit earlier, so the only way that GT Shadow could get around would be on the outside. So it's a bit confusing that. He'll have to work on the racecraft a little bit there. There may be a reason he didn't do that, I don't know, but that's what I would have done, and I'm sure that's what a few other people would have done. So it's a bit of a surprise that he didn't, but look, he's lost a lot of places, unless he's just feeling that, you know, he's not on pace and then he didn't want to interfere in the race. I don't know, but a bit odd that. So we're back on board with the leaders now. If he'll come back on, and we can see again DM is going to get absolutely nailed by GHP. So on the back, going down the Camel Straight again for lap 6 of 7, and also Badger going past, and you can see DM not defending. Now this is a slightly different situation. There's no point in DM defending there at all. No point, because there's just that overspeed. You cannot defend from that. It's a bit like on Formula 1 when you've got the DRS zone. You can't defend from a DRS car. They've got an extra 10k on you on the straight. It's just impossible. But you can defend into corners. So I think if DM was slightly closer to Lacombe there, he would have gone defensive. But hey ho, it didn't happen. So very, very close from Rayman on the back of DM. Now we've got GHP into the lead, so we have yet another leader, GHP at last into the lead, but unfortunately for him, we've got 2 laps to go. He's going to be very vulnerable. Oh, and a big off there in the background from McTaz, trying to get back on pace with the lead 4 cars. So the MM car doing a very, very, very solid job actually in 5th. That's quite a hard thing to do around here. So number 66, GHP from Badger from DM. So it's the 2 Rosso Racing cars in 2nd and 3rd. Now, the point I was going back to is with the slipstream effect, GHP is going to be threatened, very threatened, down the back straight because of the slipstream. Now, if he can't break at least 10 or 15 car lengths, there's no way people are going to get him. Sorry, there's no way he's going to defend it. But you know, we'll just watch, because he's quite a long way ahead, but I don't think he's far enough ahead now. We know DM's car is geared very, very wide, so we may see DM shooting off past Badger and attacking GHP. Now the key to winning this race, I think here, ladies and gentlemen, at this circuit is going to be who is sort of 3rd or 4th place by this time on the next lap. So going down this section of the circuit, approaching the bus stop chicane. So Badger's got past, but GHP defending the line superbly well there. Badger is into the lead, so he's done a very good job. Now Badger's placing himself in a very, very clever position, because he's now 1st, which means he's likely to get overtaken going up the Camel Straight. But when he comes down to the bottom bit of the circuit, the Blanchimont section, he's going to be behind, or he should be behind if he plays his cards right, which could put Badger in a very, very good position to win this race. DM will know that as well, and Rayman and GHP will probably know that. So they're at an immediate disadvantage. GHP, really, if he's going to win this race, which he could do, if you're going to win this race, he really needs to, in my opinion, stay behind on the Camel Straight and then nail these 3 cars down Lacombe at the, not Lacombe, down the Blanchimont section at the bottom. So we'll just see what happens here. So Badger and DM going hammer and tongs up the front, very, very close for the lead. Mad Dog is by himself, so I'm going to have to stick with this because this is far too exciting to miss. It is for the lead of the race. We might have just a quick crip back to Dizzy Mind, although, oh my goodness me, we've got Jezza and Mad Dog McSheepy going hammers and tongs for it, and that's GT Shadow, sorry, it was GT Shadow and Sheepy again. So it's still close at the back, very, very close at the back, but I'm going to have to stick to the battle at the front because of how close that is. And of course, people want to watch the battle up at the front, just like in the real world. All the sponsorship deals go to the cars that are running at the front. And I do try and concentrate on that, guys. I do try to give everyone their fair shout of their crack of the whip, but if there's a big 4-way ding-dong like this, we can't really miss it. It's exciting. So DM is a massive advantage. DM is in the wrong place at the wrong time. He's got to be very, very lucky. He's got to try and stretch out at least a 10 or 15 car length lead, and I don't think he's got enough room to do that. GHP is not in a too bad position. The most favourable position to win the race at the moment is Rayman. So big shout out for Rayman in the green car, the green Cappuccino there. Because he's 4th, if he gets a good double slipstream from GHP and Badger, he's going to fly past down the Camel Straight, down Blanchimont here, after this corner, and he's going to nail DM, GHP and Badger. So Rayman could be on for the victory here. I'll be sure to clip down the field to Dizzy Mine and Jezza as soon as this has happened. So we're on lap 7 of 7, going down the Blanchimont section for the final time. Very, very famous bit of racetrack. DM has got a big lead. But look at GHP and Badger getting sucked in. Rayman is very, very close too. This is going to be who's going to be greatest and latest on the brakes going into the bus stop chicane. DM will go defensive. If I know DM, he will stay far to the right as possible, and he is doing so. If anyone's going to do him, they've got to go around the outside. He was very, very lucky to hold this though. So everyone heavy onto the brakes. It's 3 abreast round the bus stop chicane. DM still has the lead from GHP. Badger is doing the cutback. Badger's doing a cutback brilliantly. And look at Badger flying down. And Badger's going to nick this on the line. He's got the drag, he's got the outrun on DM. And across the line we have Badger winning. So Badger wins the race from DM, from GHP, from Rayman, from Mad Dog. Dizzy Mind coming down into the bus stop chicane. And we've got Mad Dog McSheepy and GT Shadow following up in the rear. So what a smart move. We have to replay that. What an excellent bit of driving. I'm going to replay that because that is worth replaying. Didn't realise that was the case, but Badger played his cards absolutely superbly well here. We'll just get a replay of that. So if we go on board with Badger's car, he uses a technique called the cutback, which is where you take a slower, wider entry, which means you can clip the apex a bit later, but you can get your foot down earlier, which will give you the drag down the straight. Now Badger sees DM going defensive here, and he sees GHP trying to overtake him. Badger holds back, doesn't take the normal line through the bus stop chicane. So he misses, he hits this apex but keeps well to the right of the circuit, cuts back on the inside of GHP, floors the pedal, and he's done a double cutback and out-dragged his teammate down the straight. Now that has to go down as one of the smartest bit of driving I have ever seen. That was absolutely superb. Big shout out to Badger. Whether it was by accident or not, I don't know, but that was a very, very good piece of thinking. Last minute strategy there by Badger, so well won. That is as well VR Room Badger's first victory here at VR Room, so big shout out. It's a Rosso Racing 1-2 and GHP in third. Join me very, very soon for the next instalment, which will be at this circuit on reverse grid order. I've been Dave Higgins. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed that video, get round down and join in the action at vrroom.org. Please subscribe to this video at the top of your screen. It will be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much.